Today on the show, I mean, we can't really talk about anything else other than the Brooklyn Beckham, David Beckham, Posh Spice drama. So we're going to get into that. And we got a brand new East Coast call to play from the one and only Jax.
Yeah, we're ready.
You know what? We were going to start the show with something else today, but the Instagram stories heard around the world from Brooklyn Beckham have superseded anything we were going to talk about. Now, I'm going to read these out to you because I think, we have a podcast.
Messy.
Yes, and it's messy, and, it's worth kind of going into because I think you need to understand the full thing. You've probably seen stuff about this on TikTok or whatever, but I'm going to actually read what he says, okay? So the first Insta story says, I've been silent for many years and made an effort to keep matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled the narratives in the press around our family. The performative social media posts, family events, inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of my life I was born into. Recently, I have seen through my own eyes the lengths that they'll go to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth always comes out. My parents have been endlessly trying to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress, Nicola Peltz, his
and we'll get into kind of the backstory of their marriage after we read these stories. But yeah, his wife and not the most loved.
Well, the family's extraordinarily rich, right?
Yes.
My mom canceled the making of Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing Nicola to urgently find a new dress. Weeks before a big day, my parents repeatedly pressured me and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my name, which would have affected me, my wife, and our future children. They were adamant about me signing before my wedding date because then the terms of the deal would be initiated. Mm-hmm. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. During the wedding planning, my mom went as far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include my nanny, Sandra, and Nicola's Nani?
Like Nani, like Italian, right?
Oh, okay. At the table because they both didn't have husbands. Both our parents had their own tables equally adjacent to ours. Before our wedding night, members of my family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. And since that moment, I've started standing up for myself and my family. I've received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere last summer. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife. This is a big one. Pay attention to this.
This gets messy, yeah.
My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned for weeks in advance, to a romantic love song in front of our 500 wedding guests. Mark Anthony, like J-Lo's ex-husband, Mark Anthony, called me to the stage where the schedule was planned for me to have a romantic first dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me instead. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt so uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life. We wanted to renew our vows so we could create memories of our wedding day that would bring us joy and happiness, not anxiety and embarrassment. Now that's just the first part. I'm going to get to the last part. I want you to grab the whole thing.
Yeah, and especially, for folks who are listening audio-wise, like you need to hear
You need to hear this.
And I think you're doing a good job in inflecting where it needs to be inflected. So
okay,
continue.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes,
by the way, Jackson and I are both sick this week. It's not because we made out with each other.
Or is it?
It could be. People are wondering. Ooh, people are asking. My wife has been consistently disrespected by my family. This is Brooklyn now, not my family. No matter how hard we've tried to come together as one, my mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in ways that were clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. And we're talking about his brother, Brooklyn's brother, dated for a long time Brooklyn's ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Despite this, we traveled to London for my dad's birthday and were rejected for a week as we waited in a hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. He refused all of our attempts unless it was at his big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras in every corner. When he finally agreed to see me, it was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. Mm-hmm. It was a slap in the face. And later when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided by how much you post on social media, how quickly you drop everything to show up and pose for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of professional obligations. We have gone out of our way for years to show up and support every fashion show, every party, every press activity, and to show our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA fires, my mom refused. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I have been controlled by my parents most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety. For the first time in my life, I stepped away from my family and that anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful that I chose the life that I have and have found peace and relief. Last paragraph. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family.
I have so many thoughts. First of all, it seems like someone's leaving the royal family. You know what I mean?
It feels very Prince Harry.
It feels very Prince Harry being like, we are on our own. We are our own entity. Like, I don't want to be a part of this system anymore. I will also say that.
It's like I threw it on the ground.
Yeah,
I won't be part of your system.
Yeah, I'm moving to LA with my wife. Also, this is the first time he's publicly said anything. He's done, things like there's been like vague posts.
Yes.
There's been the unfollowings that have happened. And I think regardless of how this went down, being the first Beckham boy to leave the family, it was going to get messy. It was going to get messy.
And he's the firstborn.
And he's the firstborn. He's the first to leave. He's marrying somebody who has extreme wealth, who is a stronger female personality than most, regardless of what you say about Nicola. Because there are a lot of I think it can be a lot of things. Maybe she and Brooklyn aren't the best couple, but also maybe the Beckham, Posh and David are right? Brutal together. Yeah. Who knows? But the fact that he's actually saying something, it's been since 2022 that they've been married and he said nothing. And he's had with remember when David's documentary came out? That was a huge, because they weren't at the red carpet. He hasn't been at multiple red carpets. Posh had a series that came out earlier this year.
I have to tell you, I tried to watch it.
It's rough.
So boring.
It's rough. It's so boring. David's the more interesting one.
I want to hear about the Spice Girls though, and she made it all about her fashion. I'm like, I don't care.
So do I. And I want to hear about the lesbian lore. They were all
what? The Spice Girls?
Yeah, Jerry. I'm pretty sure it was Jerry and Posh.
Jerry and wasn't it Jerry and Scary?
Which Spice Girl? Yeah, Jerry.
Wait, they were hooking up?
It was Jerry and Scary that the rumors were about.
Together.
Really? I did not know.
Pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even looking for lurid sexual details. I just wanted to know what it was like to be a pop star.
Yeah, no, they were like straight up girlfriends. They both said it. Yeah.
Did not know that.
But yeah, there's been no shortage of opportunities to say something, and Brooklyn said nothing. Do I find him incredibly boring sometimes? Yes. Do I find his cooking videos great? No. But do I think that he's probably trapped in that system? Absolutely. And I think the closest that you can find would be the royal family. That's another system. And British tabloids, British press is a completely different beast that we don't understand. And the manipulation that people like David and Posh can have on that tabloid system is wild.
They know how to use it.
They know how to use it, and we're seeing it, right? And we just see the other side. We see across the pond. So I'm there. It does seem a bit. Does he not have a brand manager or anything like that?
Well, I mean, listen, when you're at that level of wealth, if you don't, that's a choice. It's not like you can't afford it.
I see some of his cooking video edits.
Well, okay, so let me talk about that. I want to get to the wedding dance thing in a sec, but I want to talk to you. I want to give you a little background on Brooklyn Beckham, because I have to admit, all I knew is his dumb cooking videos and his bad photography book. And
you've had trouble with his photography for years. I remember you bringing it up on Virgin Radio. Yeah.
But I felt bad finding out what I found out, because listen, you can throw Nepo baby around. People have said that about me.
Yeah.
And fine, that's fine. He is. I in a smaller way, I am very small, tiny way, compared to this. And if you have a family, listen, if your dad's a plumber and you take over the plumber business, you're a Nepo baby too, baby.
Yeah. No, it's true. An accountant's child getting into counting numbers.
Yeah, especially if they take over the business. That's nepotism, and that's part of life. But what I'm trying to say here is okay. So I didn't know this, but because he was the firstborn son, Brooklyn was expected to play soccer at a very young age and expected to be good at it. They really wanted him to be the next David. And he was actually and the way that it works in Europe is a lot different than here. So if you're good at a sport in Europe, you are in the academy for a major team. So you imagine the New York Yankees or the Toronto Maple Leafs or a major brand here in North America signing somebody as an 8-year-old and putting them in an academy, and they go to school, but their whole life is that sport.
David went in at 13 or something crazy, didn't he?
Yeah. And they're getting them younger and younger and younger. And they're pulling kids out of poor areas of Brazil and whatever, just trying to find the next big talent. So Brooklyn was put into the Arsenal, which is one of the biggest soccer brands in the world.
Yeah.
Arsenal Academy. And that is from the time he was 4 to the time he was like 16. He says, all I did was play soccer.
I didn't even know that.
And when he left, when he was ultimately not good enough and was bounced from the Arsenal Academy, he stopped playing it altogether, never played soccer again. And that was a bit of a letdown for the family. Not that he was never going to be good enough to make it, but you know, I think that they were like, well, they were kind of hoping that he had inherited David's athletic genes, maybe not the same.
Yeah.
Very difficult to do that. So then they put him into an art school, and he is in New York, and it's one of the highest, I think it's New York or Boston. It's one of the highest, like high-end art schools. And he is taking photography or whatever.
Yeah.
And at 16 years old, they get him a campaign with Burberry, the Burberry.
Yeah.
Like the iconic British fashion brand. And he takes a bunch of pictures for them. And of course, people are like, what the hell is this? These are terrible.
Yeah. Like,
because he's 16 and he just picked up a camera.
but is that his fault or Burberry's fault? You know what I mean? It's like,
I think it's the Beckham's fault and Burberry's fault.
yeah, like bring your kids to work day and then publish it. You know,
Yes.
like, yeah, no. Ugh.
So then he releases then he goes to, I think there was, they have a publisher that wanted to do David and Victoria's books. And they said, well, if you want to do our books, you got to do Brooklyn's books. And so he releases the photography book, which we all made fun of him for, because the photography wasn't good. And again, this is not something that he wanted to do. This was quote unquote brand Beckham.
Yeah.
And so of course it's a failure. And then afterwards, they put him in like a cooking school so he can become like a chef. And we remember the cooking videos and how bad they were.
They're still going.
And yeah.
But he likes making them. It's like when, you know, sometimes we like making content that maybe not everyone likes.
100%. I mean, he was like debuting his photographs at like major art exhibitions, and people were like, what is happening here? So I can sort of begin, when I know that history and that background, to start to see what he's talking about when he's talking about everything is brand Beckham. They were trying to make him a standout in something. And the reality is that some people are just like Prince Harry, kind of just a normal guy.
And also they're like, he can perform all their tests. It's like, maybe he'll be good at this. Like by the time they get to like Cruz or Romeo, I think it's Romeo's the youngest. Like Romeo's hot. Like he's
producer
like,
Steph's looking that up.
Yeah, he's looking. Like he is doing modeling. He is a soccer player, I do believe. But like he's figured, like they're leaning into his strengths rather than being like, you need to do this.
Smart.
And Cruz plays music. Cruz is good at music. I mean, he's okay at music, but like they're letting them, shine for their actual talents.
Cruz is the youngest.
Cruz is the
he's a soccer
youngest.
player?
Youngest boy.
Now Romeo's a soccer player.
Romeo's a soccer player.
Also,
Okay.
there are rumors, and I will say this, and I'll show
Give it to
you
us.
a photo that Romeo may not be David's child.
Oh.
And I think I've seen some things online that he may be.
That's salacious, Jax.
I see.
Looking at the picture, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, he looks like perhaps a different ethnicity than the rest of his brothers, and he's absolutely beautiful.
Now, sometimes makeup can do that.
Exactly. But often he looks
okay.
And there's I
There's
don't know the
rumors?
player.
I did not know
I
that.
don't know the player, but like there's like this beautiful black man that was a player around the same time as David Beckham, and there's rumors that
No.
yeah, I've just seen this on Reddit floating around. I can't
Listen,
neither here nor there.
none of this
But
is verifiable, by the way.
He's gorgeous, but like you look at it, it's like they made Brooklyn, do whatever they want. And then Romeo, they're kind of being like, okay, lean more into this or lean more into that. And by the time they get to Cruz, they're like, all right, you want to play guitar? Go for it.
By the way,
you know?
it's so like a family with multiple siblings, the first child's expected to do everything.
Exactly.
And then by the third child rolls around, they're like, I don't know,
And
whatever you like.
Who's the daughter? What's the hang on,
Harper, I believe.
Harper? Yeah.
Harper?
Which is a nice name.
Harper, you know what she does? Whatever she wants, probably. She's just chilling. She's just hanging out. She's a good girl. She's probably cozy, probably has a nice pair of Uggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing her thing, But
Yeah.
she doesn't, I feel like she doesn't get I feel like Brooklyn was like the sacrifice.
Certainly. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, every first child is, right? It's the first experiment.
Yeah.
Like, you're the second child, right?
I'm the second child.
So you were probably allowed a lot more leeway than your brother was. Were you not? Or did it not work that way in your family? You guys are pretty close in age.
We're pretty close in age, yeah. We're 3 years apart. I think my brother did things more by the book, and they were a little soft. I think they were a little softer on David because he was also like a boy and the firstborn, and I was I was doing drugs in the woods, and I was. If you say no, I'm gonna say hell yeah.
I'm gonna smoke some weed with my boyfriend,
and I'm gonna steal your car. And I'm gonna take all your money, and I'm gonna sneak people into your basement.
You gotta understand what a juxtaposition that is to you now, right?
Yeah.
You're like a teddy bear now, and
The
fact that you're some badass.
Hide your purse, Mom. I'm 14. Okay, but no, these kids are figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is the funny thing. When Beckham, when Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz get married, her family makes him sign the prenup because she's the one that comes from real money.
So I was doing,
they're millionaires, maybe 100 million, 200 million.
Yeah.
She's multi-billionaire.
I was doing the, we're still in radio at that point, and I was on The Social, like CTV's The Social. So like they were doing a wall to wall, like Beckham Peltz, like wedding coverage because of how I didn't realize the enormity of their family's wealth and also influence. And also there were some like pretty intense things being said about, like, the prenup wasn't her fate. Like, she had to protect herself. And so I didn't realize how, like, this was quite the arrangement. And this would have ruffled quite a few feathers, money feathers. Like I can imagine that, like that, I keep calling her Posh, that Victoria and David were not only a bit intimidated, but probably like, this is the golden goose, you know? So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, and so I'm curious about this. Obviously, you know, this is a public scandal that's erupted. And the thing that everybody wants to know on TikTok is, first off, we know at that wedding, somebody was recording everything. Somebody's recording everything. You might have had to go, like, if you had an invite to that wedding, you probably had to turn your phone in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they had wedding videographers, which means that this dance that he references with his mom that was inappropriate and embarrassing is on a tape, on a hard drive, whatever, somewhere. And I don't care who it is, somebody kept a copy of that. And everybody is dying to know what exactly he means by she danced inappropriately on me and I was mortified by it. Mark Anthony called him to stage, by the way. And I'm trying to figure out, can I ask you this?
Oh yeah, sorry. I went down a portal. That's not her. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I had to look at like Mark Anthony's songs. I'm like, which song was Mark Anthony singing when Victoria Beckham danced inappropriately with her son at the wedding? Is it You Sang to Me?
I don't, you know what? I'm not super familiar with his catalog, but he's quite a crooner.
Isn't he? Huge.
I don't think I've ever said crooner.
He's at I Need to Know, You Sang to Me, My Baby You, and then he had that feature, he featured on Pitbull's Rain Over Me. I, let it rain over me. You remember that song?
What You Sang to Me?
You sang to me. Yeah. And then I need to know, tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. Like, was that the song that he danced with Victoria?
And also, did Nicola and Brooklyn choose him, or that was mom and dad choosing? They were like, we need him.
It's certainly mom and dad's era, isn't it?
He's so interesting looking.
Mark Anthony? Yeah, he's very, very high cheekbones.
God, he has beautiful cheekbones.
He does, yeah.
You know what? I just can imagine. Can you imagine Victoria Beckham couple wines deep, okay? Couple wines deep, and she's fine with her little boy heading, flying the coop. She's fine with it. But that's her baby. And she's like drunk dancing. I can see it. Like, have you ever seen like a drunk mom or drunk sister at a wedding where they're like, this is the best day of my life, but they're secretly angry? You've seen it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that I've seen it in the way that the two of you have seen it. You had this, both of you had a knowing look
exactly
with each
what
other.
I mean.
Oh yeah.
Kelly, explain it. Get into dig deep on
Go
that.
ahead, Steph.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Like it's there's always like the best friend that like says she's really happy for her friend, but and then she has a couple of drinks. She's like, I mean, I thought I'd get married before Ashley, but it's fine. Or like the mother that's
like overperforming.
Yeah, overperforming. Or the mother that's like, I mean, he's great. Is he good enough for Sarah? No. Like they just get, there's a drunk female energy at every wedding. And I feel like Victoria would be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, where she's excited, but she's okay. She's fine. She's a big day,
So when he says inappropriate, are we talking inappropriate as in she made it about her, or inappropriate as in there's something a little bit more?
No, it was about her. It was about her.
Okay, so
and
it's
how
not
good
like
she looks.
some sort of like,
she's
know
not.
what I'm talking about here.
No, it's not.
It's like where it gets a little bit. dark.
Incesty?
Yeah.
No.
We're not talking like incesty, like she was grinding on him or
No.
something.
I think that she was making it about her and her snatched body for sure. Yeah. And she was like, look at it. Like I think it would be very a sultry dance is where, again, like that weird drunk aunt that gets kind of sexy on the dance floor at a wedding.
Yeah.
Like Steph knows what I mean.
I've been to so many weddings.
You've seen it. You've seen it.
Steph is Italian, so she's there for a wedding
You've seen
expert.
it, yeah.
Steph, when you see people like this, what and you see the wording that he uses, because the wording I think is deliberately vague, because you see the TikToks now and everybody's like, oh, was she like grinding up on her son, which is so gross. Ew. What comes to mind? Like, what have you seen an example of?
Sometimes, I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. So I'm like, was it just like, sometimes there's people that are like huge mama boys and like they're dancing with their mom at the wedding and you're like, sweet, but also like maybe chill, Yeah. It's like maybe too much. But again, like, I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Is it inappropriate because it was all about her and she's like, look at me, and like she made their dance even about her, like not even her son and her.
Yeah.
Or is it something even weirder?
And absolutely weirder too, when you think about the fact that she'd said she was going to design the dress, then didn't design the dress, and then Nicola had to rush at the last minute to get the dress. Right?
That's a power move.
Which is a whole thing. And then there's a Vogue article when the wedding came out that said Nicola was working with, I think it was Valentino, for like a year for this dress. So looking at that article and now hearing that she had to change her dress at the last minute, it's like, was that a Beckham press like thing that they slid in there just to be like, say you've been working with Valentino for the last year, so that doesn't make Victoria look bad.
Sure.
There's just so many little things that it's like, what's happening here?
Oh boy. This is so now my question is, how does Brand Beckham respond? Because obviously he references his brother dating his ex-girlfriend, which, can we just be honest?
That's weird.
That is weird. And I know that happens.
Bizarre. Yeah.
I know that happens, like, especially if you're from like a smaller town and the dating pool isn't that big and whatever. But like, these guys have the whole world at their fingertips. You don't need to date.
It's so weird.
That.
Yeah.
That's weird, right? And
yes,
then,
yeah.
And if you're a parent, I feel like you gotta step in and go, hey, son or daughter, you shouldn't do that. Like, pick anyone else. Anyone else.
You know what I think they're going to do? I think they're going to do nothing. I think they're going to say that he's unwell or something. I think that they're going to say,
maybe.
like,
well, that's not doing nothing. That's a big accusation.
I think that they'll be like very quiet about it. They're not going to address it. They're going to be very calculated. And when they are asked about it, they'll say like, we're totally flabbergasted that he could ever say those things. We're not sure where they come from. We have been trying to reach out to him. Our thoughts are with him. We're here whenever he wants. Kind of like they're going to completely flip it, because I think there's nothing else that you can do. And Victoria will take the concerned mother. David won't touch it. I don't think David does much. You know what? Like, no, but like, I think like,
you don't think that's his bag, right? Like the PR thing?
I think after he got caught cheating, he has just shut the fuck up since then. Like way back when he got caught cheating. And I think there was a lot of cheating going on. I think that he was very sorry about that. But
allegedly.
And what I see, and I mean, obviously we only see this from the outside, but what I can see is that he wants to just like have a drink and kind of chill out and have a good time. And like, it's go. Like, he just listens to his wife, because he's like, my wife has made this entire family and was really there for me when where did he go? Madrid? That's where, like he went to
Madrid
and
then went to Roma too. I think he played for Roma.
He sacrificed, like she sacrificed a lot for their family. So I think ever since all that happened, he's just like, I'm just shutting up.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just shutting up.
Okay, so here's the part that's interesting to me. The last part of his statement is, we wanted to renew our vow. Oh, no, that's not it. No, my wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family. So the privacy part for me is a bit funny, because if you're that rich, you don't need social media. Lots of people who are that rich are not on social media
go off,
on purpose. They just want to be left alone. And you know what? Based on, revolutions of the past, it's probably best not to show off your wealth the way people are doing it on Instagram right now. Not a good idea.
It's
Makes
also
you
the
a bit
most
of a
powerful
target.
move. Like, just be quiet.
But beyond that, all of these Insta stories come on the heels of him promoting a party that he was hosting in Vegas this past weekend. So when they say we want privacy, it's like, well, actually, no, I think you're using Brand Beckham, which you didn't build. So because I've been on his side for a little bit here, but he didn't build this. She comes from some money, but she worked her way up.
Yeah.
Victoria did. Very, very hard with the Spice Girls.
Yeah, like incredibly hard.
And David comes from nothing.
Nothing, yeah. And has sacrificed his entire life, yeah.
So they've built this whole ecosystem, true or not, and he is benefiting from it. Why else? Do they have Brooklyn Beckham at a party because he's not David Beckham's son?
Also, like there are, and most of the TikTok comments I saw when I was scrolling through this morning being like, yeah, like I'm on Brooklyn side, like this sounds legit. There were a lot of comments though saying this is exactly what someone would post when they are being controlled.
Oh,
like that's, yeah. So there's like, if you look at that way being like, my family's crazy. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's exactly what like Victoria would do being like, it's spinning it, right? Like if you want people to know you're fine, you put out something like that, or you just I'm fine. So that could be like that, or it's like,
so they're protesting too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be one or the other. Somebody who is controlled and like, wants people to get off their back and their wife's back, or like maybe there was another comment I saw that this is exactly how you appease somebody that's controlling you. So this post could be for Nicola.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of ways to look at it. I don't think we'll know because it's none of our business, but even though it's none of our business, know this much, here we are talking in my home on microphones about it, and God, it's juicy.
I do want to say too that like she comes from the kind of family wealth. Like control here is an easy thing for them.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she comes from the kind of family wealth that her father tried a hostile takeover of Disney at one point. Like they got that kind of money.
What?
Yeah.
What
Like
does that even mean?
Well, like, so it's where you basically try to buy up enough shares that you can become a hostile investor in a company, kick the board out and put a new board in and then make yourself chairman or CEO or both.
For Disney.
He
tried.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that to your company. No, I'm going to, what, Steph?
We're not publicly traded.
Let's make some money and then let's try to take over Steve Dangle Podcast Network. Let's go. And then maybe I'll finally have my golf podcast that I want.
There you go. Yes.
Give me a podcast.
Okay, so I think we've exhausted that. But
oh my
man,
God! Like,
I feel
what
like
do we
there's
at?
gonna be.
What do we at time here?
Yeah, what were we at time when I was here?
That was a nice half an hour chat.
Was it
Jesus,
really?
we went hard. Adam, we needed to talk about that. I've been waiting.
So I love this because we're gonna get to run a little East Coast call, which we haven't done in a while. There was a big storm on the East Coast.
There was, yes.
And you made some phone calls.
I did because I wanted to see everyone preps in different but usually similar ways that involves storm chips before the storms come.
I didn't even know what storm chips were.
Storm chips are real. And so I wanted to call and see how everyone was doing. I got through to this one lady and like she was a blast. Just listen to her.
Hello.
Hey, how are ya?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just getting in the door trying to get the salt down before it comes.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's awful, eh?
God. Are you getting a ton already or what's up there?
Not yet. We just got a couple of centimeters, but it's going to start.
Are you able to hunker down or what's the plan? Like, can you just kind of stay home and eat some snacks tomorrow?
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, you got your chips ready, do you?
Yes, I do. I got my chips, my pop, and my rum.
You got your pop and your rum. What kind of pop you mixing with that rum?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just ice.
Whatever keeps you warm in the storm, hey?
Exactly. What's going on with you?
Not too much. I am just, I'm trying to, like I said, hunker down. I've got my chips. I got salt and vinegar and all dressed, ready to go.
Oh, perfect. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. If I've got to hibernate, I may as well have a crunch, right?
Exactly. Put your pajamas on and that's it.
Getting my jammies and jam out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you stay warm there, my dear, and I hope that your pop is plentiful and your rum is even more plentiful.
Yes, you too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Okay, love you too. Take care.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Adorable.
That's all. All you need is a little bit of liquor and a little bit of pop and your chips and some hope, baby. That's all you need. Shout out to her. I think she's from somewhere in Northern Cape Breton, but what a doll. And
East
people seem to
Coasters are
love-
the best.
God bless her. Yeah.
Okay, so Steph got engaged and over the holidays, and obviously Steph, you announced it on the show, and to our mega surprise
Lost
last
our
week,
minds.
I know you've been completely flooded with messages. How's it all been? Overwhelming? Like, talk to us.
Yeah, a little overwhelming. It was so funny though, releasing that video. So many people messaged me being like, I watched this 4 times. Their reactions are the best.
We lost our, like,
It was great. I didn't even realize we'd reacted that way.
I did not see that coming. I didn't think it was that big. Like us getting, like I got up. I threw my glasses.
You threw your glasses.
Yeah, no, people were so pumped. And like we shared some of the clips on TikTok and on Instagram, and people were pumped for you.
Yeah, no, it was really, really nice. Even I was telling Jax earlier, people that I'm not even very close to were messaging me being like, I'm so happy for you. I've been waiting for this for you. I'm like, thank you.
That's nice. That's
so
great.
nice.
Can I ask you potentially a saucy question?
Okay.
Did you get any weird responses from people that you thought you would get good responses from? Because that happens sometimes. Was anybody weird about it? That you expected to be
No.
pumped? No? I guess you guys have been together long enough.
We've
Yeah.
been together long enough. Yeah. I mean, there's some people who like didn't say anything with which we were like,
Interesting. Showing true colors. Okay.
but most people said congratulations.
Yeah,
We were really nice
hell
about
yeah.
it. So it was great.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. We're very happy for you. Now I'm going to save the wedding planning
We have
questions for
so
later because I'm
many
sure
questions,
that's already started for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Everyone's like, so when is it? I'm like, guys, we just got engaged.
Literally, they go, congratulations. So when is the wedding? And you can't even wrap your head around
well,
it.
even
Yeah.
Taylor and Travis have put off their wedding planning for now because he's trying to figure out his NFL career.
Good.
I don't blame them. That's a lot of work.
I can't. I can't do that. I can't do their wedding this year.
You need it in what, 27?
I am. What's that?
You need it in 27?
27, 28, maybe. Like, give me.
I think it's happening this year.
You think it's happening?
Yeah, that's the rumors.
That is, like, even from a PR standpoint, Taylor, don't do it this year.
Really?
Oh, absolutely not. No, give it some breath.
Is it because the world's in a weird place?
The world's in a weird place. I think
She shouldn't have to put off her wedding because of Trump.
No. But I think she's exhausted herself a little bit. I think that if I were Taylor, I would give it a beat because then she can like at least.
Steph's gonna get
Because
up
she'll
and kick
put
your
out
ass.
new,
You know that.
she could put out new music next year. She could put out all these things next year, and then also the wedding. Like she could make 27 her year. 26 is already her year.
She's going to put out music regardless of when she does her wedding.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being held at gunpoint by Taylor Swift.
Get ready. We're getting Steph
tired.
and Taylor Swift are getting married in the same year.
Oh my
2027.
God, I would die. I'm so happy that I'm like engaged and planning my wedding at the same time as Taylor Swift.
it's like your
17-year-old
besties.
me is thrilled.
I would love that.
So okay, let's get to some questions here before we give our recommendations and get out of here.
Absolutely.
Jen wants to know most favorite trash food snack.
Trash food snack.
Yeah.
I love a bed bell.
A what?
Eating Taco Bell in my bed.
Taco Bell in your bed?
I've never.
Is it? Do you get the crunchy or the soft?
I get soft. So
Okay,
I
good.
haven't done it in
Less
a long
crumbs.
time. I haven't
Taco
done it in a
Bell in
long
your
time.
bed. What's your order?
I haven't ever named it that, but a bell in bed.
I thought it was eating baby bells in bed.
No,
Yeah, instantly with cheese with
the
her,
bed
right?
bell. No, I will get like I'll get a Crunch Wrap Supreme. So I guess there is a little bit of crunch. But then I'll get like a couple of little soft shells,
Oh,
the beef,
yeah.
and then some of those Supreme fries.
Oh.
I used to do it a lot when I was hungover.
Okay. All right. Well,
You know
been a
what will
while
make you
then.
feel worse is that. Yeah. What about you, Adam?
For me, I'm like, for me, it's always chocolate. Like chips are fine, whatever, but
Oh,
the
you do
chocolate's my
have a
thing.
little sweet
I
tooth.
do.
Yes.
And I love Ben and Jerry's has like they've got like a cookie dough brownie thing that's amazing. And they also just have the chocolate brownie thing. Killer, just killer. But the problem for me is that when I eat ice cream, I've got jaw problems. And so my jaw, because I'm like tasting the ice cream, my jaw clenches up when I have ice cream. So my jaw always hurts afterwards. So it actually
Just
prevents
aching.
me from eating too much ice cream because if I
Aching.
eat too much, then my jaw's going to hurt.
aching from the cream.
Yeah, but like
aching.
I suffer for my art. You know what I mean?
You know, aching. Oh, darling, I'm so
Yeah, I
sorry.
know. It's crazy. I know.
Your jaw has been doing well lately, though.
Better.
I've been noticing.
Botox.
As somebody who has looked at your face really in depth for many, many years, you seem like your jaw is feeling good.
It's better. It's not clicking and
2026.
popping so much.
Yeah,
You know,
there we go.
we're going for a click and pop free year.
Well, that was more healthy than my depression meal in bed.
Steph, what about you?
I'm not that much of a snacker, to be honest.
Oh, I wish I was like that.
but
Me too.
I do love chocolate. And I do love a good salt and vinegar chip.
Oh, don't they cut you?
They do, but it's so good.
Oh, I bleed. Yeah, see, bleed for your art.
Yeah.
Like a nice little sting. The Miss Vickies, my God, they're
rock
like my
sandpaper,
gums.
but
They
they're so
rock.
good.
Yeah, but it hurts.
They're kind of like flossing, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like they cut and then you're putting vinegar in the wound. It's a circle of life, you know? Yeah.
Again, bleeding for
life.
your art.
Okay.
HD says, this response I get all the time.
What?
I get people messaging me this all the time.
What?
Why doesn't Jack respond to the DMs I've sent her?
What?
And so I guess because you would get a lot of DMs, right?
I get some, yeah.
Yeah. And when people like there are some thirsty people out there. I'm not saying HD is one of these people, but there are some thirsty people out there who will message me and go, "Hi, I sent Jax a DM."
Stop it.
And like these women will like
they're
feral.
women?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course they're women.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess there could be some men in there too. I haven't seen any.
What is this?
But I think everybody's kind of got the hint where you swing, and so they'll message me, and I get them on TikTok.
Stop
I
it.
get them on Instagram. Used to get them on Twitter, but not so much anymore. And people will be like, "Listen, I sent Jax a message, and like, could you pass this on? I think she's really cool. I think we'd be great together. Like,
oh my God,
I think we'd
no,
be really,
stop.
100%. I
have message like I have my DMs filtered. So I don't see a lot of them because it's also just like a mental wellness thing because sometimes I get mean ones.
Of course.
But if I'm like, if you're trying to hit on me, go off. Like, slide in. I'll double check. I'm always looking to flirt.
All right.
For not unless you're spooky. I don't want to flirt with you.
Yeah,
unless
please
you're
don't be spooky.
But if I don't see it, I'm so sorry.
No. Don't
and
be
thank you.
sorry.
And Adam, you can count on one goddamn thing is that I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Last one. Do you and your family have a go-to board games or card games sort of for family or friends night?
My family used to rock Trouble. Do you remember Trouble?
Was that the thing with the bubble in the middle?
Yeah, the bubble in the middle. And
it's
like we would just, oh yeah, we love that. And you know what else I used to love? Don't Wake Daddy. Do you remember
Don't Wake Daddy?
What the heck is that?
Do you not remember Don't Wake Daddy, Steph? Can you put a cutaway of the picture in this? This is Don't Wake Daddy. You must have heard of Don't Wake Daddy. You go around and it's kind of like on a time sensor.
Oh, I see. He was in bed.
He was in bed. If you hit the wrong thing, he wakes up, he pops out of bed and his little nightcap comes off.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, Don't Wake Daddy.
That's funny. I've seen that. Yeah.
Trauma, and he will snap out of bed and then he'd be like, "Oh, Daddy's awake."
And then what happens when he's
And then
awake?
you're out.
And then you're out.
Yeah.
So Daddy just yells at you?
Yeah. And like my dad was really nice, but I was like, this dad I feared.
This is trauma dad?
I feared this daddy.
You know, everybody had a friend's dad that you're like, I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of you.
Don't piss off Michael. Yeah. Like something like that, you know? Yeah. Yes.
Don't piss off Michael.
Yeah.
Don't piss off Mr. Dershowitz.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't leave the cabinets
he's
open.
Drinking again. Yeah. That's so dark.
Steph, what about you?
Alex's family is a big board game family.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which ones?
They have like every single board game out there, but we're big Catan players.
Oh, I want to play
Catan?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's so fun. We're big Codename players.
Yeah.
That's also fun. And they're always like bringing a new board game and then like teaching me for a whole night. So we're big board game people, but also shameless plug. My fiance created a drinking game. That's a card game. And we play that a lot too when we have like parties and stuff. It's called Schmangled.
Can that be purchased anywhere?
Drop it.
Yeah. It's called Schmangled. You can buy it on Amazon. It's a great drinking game. It's kind of like King's Cup, but
Is it
it's
on the
also
TikTok shop too?
No, we don't have TikTok shop in
TikTok
Canada.
shop, Adam.
No, why don't
unfortunately.
we have that? In this
Get
country.
with it, sister.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry. But
you're
Amazon US, Amazon Canada, you can find it there. It's
One
a
more
great
time, what's it
drinking
called?
game. It's called Schmangled.
Schmangled.
And you can play it with Pop too if you don't drink, or you can relapse.
Only a sober person could make that joke.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's these cold meds are making me a little bit sussy.
Yeah, I like
you
it.
too.
I like it. Oh yeah,
for
sure. Like you're just a bit loopy.
I feel a little bit like I don't know, dangerous.
Yeah. The normal barriers are not there.
Yeah. I shouldn't record my podcast like this, should I?
I could get sued.
Yeah.
So I played board games obviously growing up and stuff like that, but my wife's family's big into cards.
Oh, they love cards. That's right.
So there's a Canadian game. It's called Euchre. Very big in Canada. 4-player game, 2 teams, and they are very, very good at it. And then there's another one called Pick Your Tricks, which is like euchre. You can play in teams or you can play solo. And essentially the idea of it is you got to predict beforehand how many hands you think you're going to get.
Oh, I love cards.
So
okay.
and the cards are always changing. So you start at one card and then you go up. And so there's like 2, 3, 4, and there's like boss cards and whatever. It's complicated. But once you get the hang of it, it's great. And the first time, because remember, my wife's been playing this for 20 plus years.
Oh, she's ready.
And so they're good. They're really good at it. The first time I won a game, my wife is so competitive. She wouldn't even shake my hand. She wouldn't give me a hug, nothing. I was like, ah, and I was so excited. And I looked at her and she like walked away.
And they haven't slept in the same bed since. But
oh my God. The competition's hilarious. And so then naturally, every time I win a game now and she walks away, I chase her down and sing various victory songs about myself and how great I am.
Like getting into a family dynamic, like when you're dating somebody and they are like a board game family or a card family, or like learning their traditions is sometimes really intimidating.
Oh, it's crazy.
And sometimes it's a lot of fun. And sometimes it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go. Yeah. And like you really see how a family operates when you see them play in like a game together.
Yes.
Yeah. And you see the drama, but it's interesting to see because then you'll see how they also react in conflict. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Listen, and my in-laws, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the first time we played, they were on a team together because we were playing a teams game and they weren't doing well. And they were just like going at each other. He's like, why are you making calls like that? She's like, you're making terrible calls, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, finally they stop arguing and they just come to like a silence, right? And they're both so mad at each other that they came back and won the game. It was amazing. And I'm also terrible at math. And my father-in-law is a pilot. And so he's very good at math. And so it was sort of embarrassing.
Pilot?
Yeah,
he is. I didn't know that.
Pilot, yeah. Or a trained pilot, yeah. Eventually got out of it, but yes.
Like hot.
I know. And brilliant at math, very quick. And I'm like, hello, you want to play cards with me? And I'm like, I wondered.
I know how to play trouble. Don't wake daddy.
That would have been my kind of game, I think. So I think he was probably like, who did my daughter really end up with here? This is not great.
No.
But he's come around since then.
God, you know what though? You may not be good at math, but God, you're charming.
Oh, thank you, John.
Yeah, you got the pizzazz,
that.
you know? You got the showbiz.
Weekly recommendations, guys. What do we watched this week that we love other than Heated Rivalry? You can't say it 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, I would have been saying it for 2 months in a row. Listen, guys, I've been watching Say Nothing on Disney Plus.
Say Nothing? What is that?
Here we go.
Okay.
So it is all about the Troubles in Northern Ireland.
Oh.
And it's incredible because I have a lot of Irish friends.
That'd
and
be fascinating.
It is it's so well done. It's depicting like mostly from the IRA side and 2 of the women that actually like bombed like a London courthouse. It's so well done. And just the culture of like, you do not say anything. You just ride and die for your country and how the Troubles, because it was like a 4-decade war.
Oh yeah.
I mean, or like a 7-decade war altogether, but like it was.
And a rebellion that was brewing for 100 years before that.
Absolutely wild. So I'm not a history girly usually, but because this was the way it was done, I really, really like it.
House of Guinness, I know I've already mentioned it, so this is not my recommendation, but if you want to know the beginnings of kind of the Fenians and how they started to really kind of protest in the 1860s in Ireland and Dublin specifically, watch House of Guinness.
Really?
It's obviously not objective historic fact.
Yeah.
But they take pieces from it and use it in the show, and it's really, really interesting. Did you know that the Fenians invaded Canada?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of them.
Look how pumped he is that I'm watching something with history.
They went over to the United States, fought in the Civil War, and then they were so mad at the British Empire afterwards, and they're all trained soldiers, that they invaded Canada to try to get the British to leave Ireland. Isn't that wild? Yeah. Crazy thing.
I think I've gone down an IRA. Like learning about the IRA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going into the IRA. Let's make that clear.
Okay.
I'm also watching Tell Me Lies.
Tell Me Lies? Okay.
That is one of my favorite shows. It was a lot of it's shot in Toronto. They finally brought back the 3rd season after. Do you watch Tell Me Lies?
No, but I need to watch it. Everyone's been telling me to watch it.
It is a soapy mess. I watched it when I first was separated and I was just really I was down. And I watched this like really messy kind of soap opera show. It's so good. Okay, so that's 2 recommendations.
Okay.
Go ahead, Steph.
I've been watching Younger on Netflix.
Oh,
What's that about?
It's with Hilary Duff and Sutton Foster.
Okay.
It's from like 2015.
Yeah.
And I watched it back then, but I'm just like re-binging it, and such a great show. But it's basically about Sutton Foster plays this 40-year-old woman who just spent the last like 18 years raising her daughter, not working. And then her and her husband get a divorce. She wants to go back into publishing, which is what she was in before. And nobody will hire her as a 40-year-old woman. So she lies and says she's 26.
Oh.
And gets a job as an assistant, and then becomes like besties with Hilary Duff, and they're in publishing. And it's like the way Emily in Paris shows social media marketing, how it's like, but that's not what's happening. It's the same way with publishing for this show, but it's such a great watch and such a good binge.
Okay.
There's 7 seasons.
Good.
7. We love 7 seasons of something, right? Especially in the winter.
What are you watching,
so
Daddy?
we had a bunch of choices, and Natalie and I, listen, sometimes I like to be hardcore man, sports guy, whatever. There's other times where I really love cozy British television.
You love a cozy show.
I love a cozy show.
What are you watching?
And so I watched the new Netflix version of an Agatha Christie novel called The Seven Dials.
Oh, yeah.
And it's with Helena Bonham Carter's in it.
Oh, she's incredible. Yeah.
And it's really good. It's 3 episodes. So it's not hard. It's not like it's not a huge commitment. They're each about an hour. And it's really like, it's such an easy watch, but it's also kind of interesting and fun. And it's a whodunit and whatever. And I think they're going to continue doing it. And I've never read an Agatha Christie novel. I know that they're all like whodunit, but it's also like a period piece. So it kind of looks like Downton Abbey. If you're into that. Yeah. I think you'd really like it. It's what, sometimes when you turn on the news, everything seems threatening.
You want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's nice to watch something that is like, this is non-threatening. I'm not going to have my heart broken.
No, Adam. One of my favorite things to do is dissociate.
Yeah.
Give me anything.
This is a dissociative special then.
Let me live in a weird reality that is not true. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Okay.
So check it out. And hey, everybody, thank you so much for listening and watching. And as always, you can hit us up in the DMs, TikTok or Instagram, Adam Wild and Jax. Jax is trying to pretend to be me right now. Make sure you send in your messages, all your questions for next week and that sort of thing. And
I bet we are going to sound hopefully better next week.
I
and
hope so.
Next week I won't be here. I'll be broadcasting live from Halifax.
Yeah, we love that. We love a remote broadcast.
Yeah, it's my aunt's 70th. Got to go to Beaver Bank. Bye.